Hey guys, what's up? So in today's video, I'm going to do a first impressions on these new products from Maybelline. I just got these the other day at CVS. They were both $13 each, and this is their new Master Fix setting spray. So I was really excited to see a new drugstore spray. I love makeup setting sprays, and whenever a new one comes out, I just have to try it. So this really caught my eye. And in the same display was this Master Contour palette, and this is just kind of like an all-in-one palette type of thing. You get your matte contour shade. This is a matte pink blush and a nice shimmery highlight. So I'm going to apply this and then set it with the spray. Well, I'm going to set my whole face. I'm going to do my makeup like I normally would, but I am going to use this today and test how long it wears and see if this setting spray actually lives up to its claims. So it's about 7:30 in the morning and is way too cold outside. So here's what the palette looks like. It has really nice hard plastic packaging, just like the Master Brow palette that I love so much. So this is what the brush looks like. It's very small, super thin. I don't think this would be great for blush because, I mean, it's very, very tiny. It'd probably take too long. I'm taking my Real Techniques multitask brush. I'm just going to start tapping it on because I don't want to sweep it all on yet because I don't know how dark it's going to look. So let's see. So yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be too deep or too orangey. Sometimes bronzers at the drugstore especially are very, very orange. So once I have it on, I'm going to blend it out with this big, gigantic, fluffy brush from Morphe. This is the M402. It's all blended and I really like the shade. I don't feel like it's orange. Like I said, I think this is a nice shade for fair skin. It's not going to make you look muddy or anything like that. So yeah, there's the side with just a bit on, and then this is nothing. So it does make quite a difference. But I do think that the pigmentation on this is really nice. It does have maybe just a tiny bit of a sheen. It's not completely matte as I first thought it was. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does, when it hits the light, it has a tiny bit of a sheen to it. It's not completely matte. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad shade of blush or anything. I think it's still very pretty, but I just wish that they would have put something a little bit more on the neutral side because that will work for more people. I feel like more people would be compelled to buy this if it was just a little bit more of a mauve I'm so I kind of am disappointed in the blush, to be honest. It's not anything special. I don't really like the color. I just feel like they could have done better. I don't know. I'm not into the blush that much. Alright, so now let's go into this highlight, and this looks like it's going to be maybe like kind of a silvery shade. This is very powdery, this texture on the highlight, so I'm going to tap off the excess because it's like, I know it's going to fly everywhere. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit at first, we'll see. Alright, so there's about the one layer. I don't really feel like it did much, so I'm just going to go in again with a bit more on my brush. I just zoomed in a bit because I want you guys to see the difference. So this is the side with the highlight, and you can see it did give me like a nice amount of shimmer, and this is without highlight. So I'm just going to apply a bit here I have on my brush. I'm just going to do a couple strokes. So that's about one layer, I would say. And I think that's really nice, actually. Alright, so now that my entire face is done, I'm going to go in with the Master Fix spray. This says it will lock in your makeup, and it has a very lightweight texture. And it just says to shake up well, hold 8 to 10 inches away from your face, and close your eyes to spray it. And it says spray 4 to 6 times evenly around your face. So yeah, that's quite a bit. So I'm just going to shake it up. I usually only do like 2 sprays. Okay. That's 4. I feel like my face is good enough with 4. I'm not going to do 6. So it does come out very light. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it sprays pretty nicely, like all over the face. I don't even really feel like you need 4 sprays, to be honest. I really like the way it smells. It has a light fragrance to it. It's not strong at all. It smells kind of like MAC Fix Plus a little bit. It didn't really change the way that my skin looks. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. It feels very lightweight. It's very kind of refreshing. The scent is amazing. I really like it, and usually I'm not into fragrance like face products. I'm not sure what scent they were going for, but I really like it. It's very refreshing. It's like a fresh kind of a clean scent. It's not super floral, it's not sweet or anything. It doesn't smell like roses, so I like it. I think it smells very refreshing. People, I think, will like the way this smells. I know I like it anyway. It smells just like MAC Fix Plus, but I think it smells a little better, honestly. So I'm gonna check back in a few hours, like kind of midday, and we'll see how it goes. And also I'm gonna do a check-in when I come home, probably around like 4:30ish, right when the sun is gonna start to go down. So yeah, we'll do two separate check-ins. Alright, so it is 2:05 now. This is what my makeup looks like. I have to say I didn't touch up anything at all, and I think it looks really good. And I remember I put on my makeup at 7:30 this morning, and I have not touched up my powder, none of that, none of it, okay? Like, it is on. So yeah, I went to the dermatologist. I got to see my lovely dermatologist. She is so amazing, so nice, and so sweet. She gave me a bunch of Aveeno samples and stuff, so I'm like, she hooked it up. Like, I have so many samples to try out and stuff of this Aveeno cream, and I've never tried it before. It's the skin relief one, and it's not a prescription. You can get it at the drugstore, so I'm gonna try that out and let you guys know how I liked it. And then after the dermatologist, I went on a mission, you guys, because I've seen so many new products that are coming out for the new year on Nouveau Cheap. If you guys haven't heard of Nouveau Cheap, she is the best person to get news from for like new beauty products or deals on high-end makeup. She always talks about the sales and what's new at the drugstore. So when I was waiting in the office, I was reading her blog. I was reading Nouveau Cheap while I was waiting in the office, and I was seeing all of these new products: Maybelline, L'Oreal, Revlon, Milani, Rimmel. Like, everybody has new stuff out. So I went to Rite Aid. I didn't find anything at Rite Aid. I went to two separate ones. They didn't have anything. I went to a CVS. They didn't have anything either. And then I finally checked Walgreens, and Walgreens had so much new stuff, and I got a bunch of things to review and to try out, and I was so happy because I've been looking for these Maybelline liquid matte lipsticks everywhere. When it comes to lip products at the drugstore, like, that is all me. I love lip products the most. I am a big fan of drugstore makeup in general, but especially the lips. So yeah, I got 5 shades. I thought that these were the most flattering for my skin tone and just up my alley, you know. So I got 2 nudes. I got one fuchsia color, one red, and one berry. I feel like I should try one right now. Let's do bright red, why not? Okay, this shade is called Rebel Red, number 35. And this does, I want to mention, because it is so strong, it has like a really strong hairspray smell, and I can smell it from here. Like, you don't even need to put it up to your nose. It is very strong, but a lot of liquid lipsticks I find do have scents, whether they are unintentional or not. A lot of liquid lipsticks do have kind of a scent to them. So, I mean, I don't think it'll linger. Hopefully not. Alright, so let's put it on. Here is Rebel Red freshly applied, and it hasn't dried down yet. It still feels very, very creamy, and I think this is going to take a while to dry down to a matte finish because of how thick it is. So here it is. I love this shade. This is like really vibrant. It's kind of like making my camera like focus in and out, but I really like this color. I think it's beautiful. It is definitely pigmented. The scent is weird when you first apply it, but it doesn't smell on the lips once you apply it, so no worries there. It does have a chemically kind of scent though when you first open the applicator up, so don't let that put you off because it definitely doesn't smell once you apply it. And we'll have to see how matte it looks once it dries down, but I have to say I'm so excited for these. I feel like the blush is still going strong, the highlight is still looking fantastic, and I barely put on a little bit of that contour powder, so I think it looks pretty great so far. I think my entire face lasted pretty well with this, and I think it did a great job. Of course, I will check in a couple hours and we'll see how it holds up during my entire day. So far, this is definitely a winner for me, I have to say. All the claims I think are pretty true on it, but I will do another late check-in probably around sundown, so we'll see. Maybe it'll turn into a hot mess in an hour. I don't know. We'll see. But keep in mind, I do have dry skin naturally, so if you're oily, this might not work out as well for you as it does for me, but I just want to mention my skin type just to make that clear. I don't usually get oily pretty much at all. Like, even in the summertime I don't really get oily, so yeah, maybe that's why it's working for me, but I really like it and I think it's good so far. So it's about 4:30. I really feel like my makeup stayed put the whole entire time. I can't believe it. I didn't think that the spray would really do much, and I've been blowing blowing my nose a lot today. I've had kind of a runny nose because it's been so cold outside, so I thought that maybe my foundation would have come off around my nose, but I don't feel like it did. I think it actually stayed in place, which is really impressive, and I even wore my sunglasses earlier when I was driving, and usually I get little like indentation marks, but I didn't get those, and I think really it's because of this spray. I think this did a great job at just keeping everything in place, so I'm definitely impressed with it, and I know it's a little pricey, around 13 bucks, but I think that's still cheaper than what the L'Oreal was selling for when that first came out. And if you can find any Maybelline coupons, maybe in the paper or something, I would totally try to get this on sale maybe. But I think this is going to be worth it. I really like it. I really like this. If you guys are thinking about trying it, I would recommend it. I think it's pretty neat and it worked really well for me. So yeah, I think it did a good job. As for the Master Contour, I wouldn't necessarily say this is like a must-have item that you all need to go run out and buy. I really feel like the blush is kind of like an average color. The highlight is definitely something I've seen before too. So these two shades, I mean, they're not super unique. I think the only thing about this that I really liked was definitely the matte contour powder, and the fact that this was light enough for my skin tone I really liked. So I don't really feel like this was worth the money, but I do feel like the Master Fix did a fantastic job. I totally recommend this, and I think it's a great product. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here because I'm totally running out of daylight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will have a review coming very soon on the new Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquids. I have to say, for the 2 hours I've worn it, I do like it, and I can't wait to test it out a bit more. I can't wait to hear from you all, and as always, thank you so much for watching.